Alright, hello, fellow Shade. We are your hosts, Shadow the Witty and Connor the Clever, and we'll be playing the rest of this trial out.
And if for
All right.
some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors?
I guarantee you she has her own.
Don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
But you might not have them because remember Junko didn't have her phone.
She get custom. Alright, how did she get custom fucking scissors without anyone ever noticing?
You know it's pretty
Constant
easy to
order
ask
of
this,
scissors.
right? If you pay enough money, it doesn't, like, no one suspects that Genocide Jack was a little girl. Like, no one suspects that, so why would it be weird? I mean, sure, it's interesting, but, like,
Suspected
there's
it
no
was a
reason...
student. It's not that it's weird. It's not that it's weird. It's the fact that nobody could trace the orders and the suspicious amount of like
Okay,
custom
I
scissors
see what you're
being
saying.
used as murder weapons.
Yeah,
Like,
that is
nobody's been taught
interesting.
to like trace the buying source.
Yeah, that is true, I didn't think about that. That is very interesting.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Fucking exactly. She's just gonna fucking go on a murder spree here.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention...
Alright, someone needs to fucking chop her in the back of her neck. She needs to shut up.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Yep.
The body really
Unfortunately.
was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Hey, you remember how we knew...
Except-
I have a question for you.
Except
Do you remember...
Byakuya had
I was gonna
those
say,
infants.
do you remember
info.
how we knew these were all
I've been
real?
pointing out. I know. I've been pointing out all this entire time. Byakuya
Yeah.
has too much evidence.
Yeah.
He's getting along too well. I've been pointing that out this entire case.
Yeah. Actually, hold
He's
on.
really
There is one person. One person who could have copied Genocide Cake. Alright, wait.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
And he said that he read them
Already
multiple
looked through the
times.
Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Exactly.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say
He's
I
probably
began
planned
to
for
feel
this.
suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Fucking since the beginning.
Thinking about it now.
Ever since you knew how to fucking... You immediately knew, before anyone else, that the tablets could be taken off the dead kids, and you also knew that that was a loophole in the system. You also let us right to the place where we find out things, and you'd also force us to help you so we'd make you look like a good detective and we'd be with you. It seems like it'd be Byakuya, but there's so many details left out, like the rug and the poster. It doesn't fully fit.
Oh, you're lying.
Oh shit. And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree?
Huh? Suspicious.
It seems nobody's touched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls. He knew exactly where to start, too. He knew where the body was, which room.
Right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
How did you know it was Chihiro yet?
Because she was the only one missing. Everyone else was
Alright, I
accounted
guess
for.
that's true.
on the
Okay.
contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead.
You also knew
Share
where
with
to
the
find
rest
all
of
the
the
handy
class.
books of the dead kids. It's really suspicious.
There's a clear contradiction that Baki just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added. Sure. The next we're going to add something called
Oh,
Truth
okay.
Flashback. If you aim
There's
the
a lot
left
of
mouse
tutorials
spot
in
and
this
hold down
game.
the left mouse button, you'll memorize a weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change
So,
the truth bullet, it
You
will
hold
disappear
one
from the
thing,
cylinder.
then you shoot the thing that contradicts it. So you hold one phrase, and then when the phrase that contradicts it pops up, you shoot
Yeah.
that.
However, you can use the
Okay.
flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't,
So it's not
if it
restricted
doesn't
on
seem
that
to,
stamina
you have,
stuff.
if it doesn't seem you have the answer to a lie or contradiction and load in your truth bullet, you might need to, might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use it in the case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to make use of your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. I won't be refuting anything? Okay.
Is there a possibility that it's
So,
not?
you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. He
Okay.
was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for
Alright,
any
fucking
guy.
hear from me.
The victim was
Shut up.
Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I
Yeah?
would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange
Wait,
about that?
do I have to memorize the Chihiro thing?
wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay, I'm actually kind of confused. Hold up. Hearing what he said about Chihiro being a girl, I realize there's a clear contradiction there. I need to make the contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya
I don't know.
was acting kind of weird.
Is she
Okay,
a guy?
okay, I know what we need. I know what we need. I guess we have to Chihiro and throw it at that.
Opportunity to check.
That's a natural reaction. The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course
I would suggest there was no time. What's so strange?
So I guess it's what you were saying. You're like, wait, how do you know it was Chihiro? It's like,
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before
no,
we
I
found
was
the body.
wrong.
About
Damn it.
Shoot!
So is it the fact that it's a girl? Like, what are we trying to refute?
I don't know, maybe Chihiro's a guy.
Weird before
Before we found the body.
But he was
How
acting weird.
Yes, that's when he was acting weird.
If you're
Is it just
presented
the
with
girl's
an opportunity
statement?
to check out the girls' locker
It said we
room,
didn't have to use it,
the
so
victim
I'm
was
just gonna guess.
Chihiro, who was a girl.
No! Was it the before the body part?
shoot!
So, you said Byakuya
This
was
is-
acting kind of
that-
weird before we found the body.
It was before the body
Dude!
and Chihiro.
Shoot!
Listen, I didn't
I don't
memorize any of this,
understand what's
alright?
happening. I don't, dude, I don't want to lose this so quickly.
Before we found the body.
I
Dude.
misclicked.
What the,
I misclicked.
what the fuck is happening?
So,
Dude!
Byakuya was acting
Fucking-
kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting.
If you're presented with the opportunity,
That's a natural reaction. The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong.
I knew it was about Chihiro.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I was confused.
Because
'cause
it was
sometimes-
about.
Mm.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because
He knew
up
it
until
was
we
her
actually
before
discovered
found the body.
we couldn't have known who the victim was.
But you could have. Okay.
Right,
This
because there
is a
was
dumb
multiple
logic.
people missing from breakfast.
Well, no,
Multiple
they
people
all
were
meet
missing
up.
from breakfast.
They all meet up and realize,
Really?
wait a second, people are I'm pretty sure that's what, because they said, why is everyone, Makoto was like, wait, why is everyone gone? What happened? And it's because everyone's searching. Which means that they had to meet up, and they knew someone was missing, which would be either me, which Byakuya knew we weren't dead, and that means Chihiro was the only one missing, which means that he knows it was a girl. That's not a weird thing to know. If you just if you think about who was accounted for, it's not that hard to figure out.
I
So
guess,
your claim
unless
that you
we're
went to
missing
the
something
girls' locker
still.
room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
God, that was a shit show.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
I might replay this case afterwards to get a full A, to get an A on it, because, oh, that is horrible.
What's wrong? Is that it?
It
Surely
was
you've got
very
more
bad.
than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with
What's the
him.
matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
Oh,
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
What's the difference between the case and the other murders? The evidence that Byakuya is responsible is hidden there. What's it
the
gonna be?
extension cord.
Yep, the cord. God. I think he just got my nerves where my hand was shaky and because I was shooting, I was losing time as well because I was shooting with the silencer, was the other thing.
When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with
The
The one.
it
rope.
was some kind of rope.
Okay.
Was it not?
Right.
It absolutely
Exactly.
was.
But it wasn't.
Must be
It wasn't a rope.
very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I have no
I've
clue
never
where it
seen
came
that
from.
rope before in my life.
Bitch! Okay, so it's that one
Obviously,
definitely.
somebody else must have had it.
Hidden away somewhere.
Alright, so it's that one. Alright. It's the second last one.
Wait, is it one of the things where you have to hold it? Like,
No,
it's
no,
like,
no. Wait, it's
arrange the body. You don't have to hold, arrange the body first, and then
It's
shoot
this-
that one?
No!
Obviously, somebody else must have had
Had it hidden away somewhere.
Here's the contradiction. I'll explain to you while it goes through. The contradiction is the fact that he says he doesn't know where the cord came from, but we clearly know he used it because he used the desk lamp.
Right.
Special scissors.
So him
Exactly.
saying he doesn't know
I
where it
remember.
is
The
just
rope
that.
that
That's
rope
the
came from is a contradiction. That is a contradiction, but he also said it was a rope, which is also a contradiction from how they tie it up,
No, it's wrong.
which is kind of what she said.
Well, no, the point they're going for is he knew where it
Is,
was. That's the
exactly.
problem.
Actually, I'm pretty sure.
Alright,
you've
I'm glad I'm
seen
not
it
playing this.
before.
This requires you to be a bit specific.
Yeah,
Because you see.
that's why I
that
was
rope-
guessing.
Or should I say?
With the other one, I was like, wait, it's not Chihiro's body before we found it? It is the other way
That
around.
extension cord?
Right.
What? An extension cord?
Right.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's
I
really
could imagine
what
a
you
different
think.
one.
Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Looks like
He's
Yes.
doing it again. he's totally calm, not totally unconcerned, as if he's not involved at all. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
know if he is the killer. He's also too suspicious.
Right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a
That's
second?
also true.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like
getting
it
too
was the
salty
work of
about
a
it.
homicidal
He's-
psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Exactly, it's the shaky... Oh, well, I mean, that is something to bother you. But it's like
Wait.
how it's fitting together. Also,
What was
the
that
fucking
just
rug.
now? Something's not right. Byakuya's remarks just now, there's something in them that concerns me. Genocide's present, the scene of the crime, I assume?
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that?
I don't
Isn't
think...
it possible that the
It
murder
looked
took
similar,
place somewhere
huh?
else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Mm-hmm.
How could the scene
Exactly,
of the crime have
but-
been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
And they...
Look at him, look at him confused. This is one of the few moments he's like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
Wait, what? Yeah, exactly. It's the fucking rug and... It's the rug and the poster.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Yes, I do.
I believe I do.
Did I just get him off guard?
Piss you off.
When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up until now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual crime scene, the scene of the crime, took place somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place
Yeah, I
somewhere
mean-
else, let's see the proof.
Alright,
Yeah,
proof?
but where could it have taken place?
Are you shitting me?
I don't get it.
I think it's this.
I don't know.
Yep.
The
I was
proof
right.
that she was killed
Yeah,
somewhere
so it's
else
taking
is
place in the fucking boys' bathroom
poster
because
that's hanging in
the
each
fucking
locker room.
locker room was switched.
Is some posters?
The proof is posters?
The
Yeah.
poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker
Um.
room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed
blood
about the
splatter
locker
happened in
rooms.
boys'.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room
Oh, yeah.
earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Yep. Wait, no. I
Alright.
pushed the wrong button. It is in the boys' room. There it is.
I got it!
Oh, we're getting my
The
hearts back,
stain on
thank
the
God.
girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away.
It wasn't?
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
Understand the fucking reason for switching the mat.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, Does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do
And
that?
what purpose does that serve?
To move the murder scene from one locker
Exactly.
room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap
still
the
don't-
scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body.
You got cut off. What do you still not understand?
Blood on the carpet, so why would it... I still don't understand why the carpet was switched as well, because I didn't see any blood on the carpet.
There was blood on the carpet.
Was there?
Yes.
Oh, just fucking blind. I see then.
By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire
That
room
changes
where the
things.
murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger
That's another
question.
quick question.
If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no
Unless
way
someone
to get
took
into
her
the boys'
unconscious
locker
body
room
or
to
something.
begin with.
Remember, that's still the... You said that in the first date, and that was still wrong. Remember the handbooks?
Right.
Why are you talking about corpses again?
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Wait, what?
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? I figure... boy broken tooth. Okay, I don't know what this one
Is
is.
it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
No,
She was the ultimate
No.
programmer, after all.
that wasn't it.
She was the programmer, but I still doubt it.
No, I don't think that's it.
But why would she go through the effort of hacking it, though? Exactly.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Oh, the broken handbook!
I see, I told you his was the one that was broken, and she was the one who used it.
Okay, I know more than you do, so I've been telling you the answer.
Is it possible? Could Chihiro really
Have you?
Yes.
I don't understand.
E-handbook. She was the ultimate. I'm sure there would have been no problem.
No.
That's it. She used the thing that was in the main.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Please, okay.
No, it's wrong.
Okay. No, that's wrong.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then,
I thought
yeah, I guess
Shanice's
that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
was broken.
No,
I am struck
hers was
silent
working.
how
Oh.
quickly you gave up.
I thought you said hers was. Oh well.
No.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption
How
is
did-
just
Yeah.
wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Or a motive for why she would.
Is that it then? Shir was killed in the girls'
No.
locker room, and Byakuya was the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can
Hold
do.
on a second. I agree with you, though. I think
Thank
you're
you
on the
for
right
giving
track.
me more evidence.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know.
What other way is there?
Well, to explain that,
She
why don't
was
we
a
take
guy?
a little break from
I
the
don't
trial?
know.
I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think?
Wait, yeah.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Okay with this.
So before
Sure.
I knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off to with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was
The girls' locker room?
Okay.
We've already
Please.
searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine
Messy.
the victim's body one more time.
wait. You wanted to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using
Dude,
our
fucking-
hands? No way!
It's
Thank
probably
you.
best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm freaked out.
Probably not a
It's
good look.
just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well.
Fair enough again.
I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Dude,
That's
fucking.
not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay.
I do
Here
think
I
that
go.
that's kind of what they were
I'm
about.
sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began quietly examining her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
Is what?
A dude.
a boy.
Fucking. I called it! I fucking called it! Boom!
Interesting.
I'm
From
sorry,
forever ago.
When did you figure this out?
Fucking, I don't know. Like, as soon as they started saying, like, at all the idea that she got in here, I was like, she could be a boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. I did not expect that to actually come. Like, I didn't expect that, but hell yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I was actually kind of... I scared myself earlier because when we were talking about her, I said him on accident, and I was like, oh no, is he gonna put that together?
Did you say that?
Yes, I said he.
Oh my god.
On accident.
Did you? I didn't hear you at all.
But when you took it as just an accident, I was like, okay, he's not analyzing it.
I didn't even notice at all.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
that has been another episode of some danganrompa.
That's where
like,
we're leaving it.
like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll see you next time, Phil Shade.
Oh my